So greetings to you. Yesterday I was scheduled to be on, but we had a power outage due to some maintenance in the area. And as a result of the power outage, I was unable to have the show yesterday. The electricity resumed until close to 6 p.m. From about 1 p.m. yesterday to close to 6 p.m. Hence the reason for me not being able to broadcast yesterday. I appreciate your patience and your understanding. We're back today, and the subject matter scheduled for yesterday will be featured today. And what I have to say on the show today is going to raise some of your black flags. I wouldn't say red flags, black flags. Because you see, on this program, I am never politically correct. Never. I dare say that I'm not running for office, at least not yet. And I'm least concerned about people's emotions. I'm not interested in if people are upset, they're angered by what I say, disappointed. I am not interested. I'm not concerned. I will say what I have to say whenever I need to say what I have to say. And based on the current issues, I speak on those issues wholeheartedly. I hold nothing back. Procrastinate my entire talking point for another time. That next time will never come. So while I have the opportunity now, as in whenever the program is broadcasted, I will say what I need to say. No second thought. That's it. I do understand that a lot of people are not emotionally mature. They're not even ethnically matured. Intelligence is based on experience, coupled with common sense. Education has a lot to do with what field that you have pursued from nursery to tertiary. Stupidity is the lack of both. When someone is considered stupid, it means they have no intelligence, no common sense, and zero education. That category of people are the kind of people that you find are very expressive in comment section, even though when they write, they themselves can't understand what they write, what they just wrote. Makes no sense if it's babbling or gibberish or whatever language they use or they're trying to express. That's the stupid ones. So to those stupid ones, I'm not interested in your comments. I'm not. And I dare say, since you want me to mention it, I'll mention it. Whether you unfollow me on Facebook or you unsubscribe me from YouTube or TikTok or whatever platform, I'm a happy man because you did that. I am very happy that you have unsubscribed, unfollow, and that you are encouraging stupid people like yourself to do the same thing. Go. I'm officially saying it. Go. Follow the leader, the stupid, follow the leader. Don't stay on this platform. When you see this face on social media or the internet, scroll past. Unless you're curious to know what people have to say about me. But if it's from my page, scroll the fuck past. Don't stop, don't click, don't comment. Because I'm not interested in your existence. I'm not. Now that I get that out of the way, I hope you get me serious. Welcome to the Uncensored Guyana Show. I am Dr. L. Prasad. I'm still Prasad. I'm still Dr. Prasad. In case you're wondering. I am sickened from the humiliation and the continued embarrassment that Guyana continues to face in whatever sector. I want to specifically make mention of the continued blackouts. Blackouts. During my years of consciousness in Guyana, be it in the countryside or the city, I have experienced blackouts. And I never lived in the ghettos. I've never even passed through the ghettos. Never. The areas, the residential areas that I lived, experienced regular blackouts. That was then. We came through the period of the hardship in Guyana, where the GDP was ridiculous. If it wasn't for the IMF or the World Bank, Guyanese would have starved to death. Because the country didn't produce anything then, it ain't producing anything now. Loans helped Guyana to survive. However, consecutive governments from both parties, individuals from both parties, came, had their time, had opportunities to make a difference, but none of them did. None of them solved the problem with the blackouts. Zero. We can attribute the fact that there weren't money. The country had high debt, almost 44% national debt the country had. So it was difficult to invest money in the GPL or whatever it is and try to see how they can solve the problem. Hydroelectricity, whatever excuse, forget all that shit. Governments came and government went, and nobody solved the problem with blackouts. They talked their way throughout their term. They promised politic their way throughout their terms. Jagdeo term, Hoyt term, Ramatar's term, Granger's term, and now Ali term, 2026, continued talking their way to console Guyanese about the blackouts. All of them are the same. None of them solve the issue with blackouts. Now we have to wait on the gas to energy project in its completion to solve the blackout issue. 2028. From now to 2028, Guyanese must brace themselves because the blackouts will continue. El Nino will prolong until 2028. And something has to be done for preparation for the next election. So at least they got to reduce the blackouts. They tried with the solar energy, Granger's time. That apparently wasn't completed. Ali took over. It's still not completed. We had an issue with a deficit. We had issues with national debt. We had issues with balancing the budget. Consecutive governments. The excuse was there ain't money. The population is growing, therefore, the demand for electricity is higher. But none of these governments made preparations to accommodate the future of Guyana. None of them. Now that Guyana has grown by foreign interest, by Guyanese themselves producing more offspring, the country is 1 million plus strong. Human beings. More cell phone, laptops, computers, air conditioning, all of that came with the 1 million plus. No government could have envisioned this, could have seen this coming. To build on that, you make projections for 20 years. We plan for 20 years or 30 years or 50 years. What if the country comes to 5 million people? You wait until the country has gotten large by population and now scrambling to see how you can solve the blackout problem while investing money in areas that really can wait. This is not just the domestic household. This is not just the average consumer. We're talking about encouraging businesses to come in the country. We're talking about encouraging industry, investments to come in the country. I mean, you can't give preferential treatment to an investor to say, don't worry about the blackouts. We got you covered. You wouldn't experience that. Just to encourage the person or the company to come in the country to establish a business because it looks good. While the core of the country's heartbeat, the heartbeat of Guyana, the citizens, are not given preferential treatment. Why? These investors are not the ones voting. These cabinet ministers and all the governments are not the ones voting. It is the Guyanese who continue to invest their trust, their belief that next time it will be better. This president will be better. The other president will be better. And the only betterment Guyanese are asking for is, hey man, we don't want you to come and plant our food for us. We don't even bother with the rising prices in the shops because we are complaining for governments go and government come. Can you at least solve this simple issue of blackouts? Can you at least solve that issue? I'm checking on my audio. No, that doesn't look good. Are you getting my audio well? Tell me if you're getting my audio, please. How's the audio? I stopped because I want to know if you're getting my audio perfect. Okay, somebody says good audio. Good. Because the fact that you're responding to what I'm saying, it means you're hearing me well. All right. Just as I'm checking it here. Okay. I see what the problem was. Okay. My YouTube was muted. Anyway, I would like to see the issues with blackout no more. No more. It is too repetitive, performative. Every time you hear consultation, framework, discussions, meeting with this one and that one to discuss the issue, numbers, it's too performative. Just solve it once and for all. I'm saying to you, it's not an issue that can't be solved. Come on, man. You can build a bridge across the Demerara River, Barjagde River Bridge. A massive masterpiece. You can do that. And you can't order proper generators for GPL. It's no excuse. I can't give you credit for that. Black electricity, people's lives revolves around electricity. Everything they do depends on that. The country is moving fast, but the people's lives are like turtle crawling. They can't keep up with the rate of the country. Minister Kwame McCoy, what opportunities? What ambition can a young person have? Invest his mind in when he goes to bed in blackouts. He's frustrated that if he has homework, can't focus. You try to start a business, a chicken business. You pluck your chicken, you have your freezer there. Spoil. The inconsistency and the unpredictability of the electricity. You damage people's livelihoods like that. It's not that people don't have ambition, they don't want to invest, they don't want to grow, they don't want to do this or do that, but you have to encourage your citizens. Your citizens may not have the connections, the capital investment to connect to whoever they need to connect to from GPL or whoever it is to make sure they can have a sustained electricity flow. They don't have that. Let's fix the issues with the blackouts. You don't need to be corrupt not to fix that. Let's just resolve it. Pausing on that, I must make mention of this. My fellow Guyanese, pay close attention. I've said on many occasions, whether the opposition leader can read or write, or he's stupid, or a numbskull, or he can't answer questions, the fact of the matter is, he has lived his entire life to this point in a golden palace. As dumb as he is, as stupid as he is, he has lived better than every single citizen in Guyana from the time he was born. So if you had a choice to be dumb, stupid, an idiot, an imbecile, but you can live like Ajudi Muhammad, extract the extradition. Or you can have a PhD, but you got to work for the Muhammad. Which one will you take? Be honest. You will say, fuck the PhD. Give me the stupid stuff. Everybody. And the fact that that same man, that idiot, the stupid guy, the numbskull who can't answer questions, who have to allow a black woman to help him out, is the leader of the opposition. Is the leader of the opposition. That all them smart asses on the opposition side, all them lawyers and doctors and doctorate and PhD, every one of them have to bow to the stupid idiot Azri Muhammad. Every one of them have to bow to him, the dumb one. Make sense with the dumb stuff a lot of you are saying on social media. Make sense about it. Because if I have a choice, discount the crimes, discount the extradition, discount the indictment. If I have a choice, I want the Muhammad's life, their power, their influence, their money. I want that. If I have a choice. So I'm not going to be stupidly oriented to keep pushing this bullshit to entertain you. Oh, look, he can't answer a question. He said, do you love? Oh, he's fumbling. Look, he's fumbling. Look, the people have to help him out. You're making videos about that. You're pushing that on Facebook. You're celebrating that. It's comforting to you. Feels good that he's stupid. No, nobody who is stupid can have that power, that wealth, that influence. No stupid person can amass that. It takes brains. It takes skills, extreme talent to achieve what the Muhammads have achieved. Extreme talent. Nobody stupid can achieve that. The stupid persons are the ones who tell Muhammads, yes, boss, no, sir, okay, boss, yes, sir. They're the stupid ones. Rewire your brain, prioritize what you think is entertaining. Because at the end of the day, if that man was not sanctioned or indicted and request to be extradited, everybody in Guyana would want to be him. Because before that, all of them that are criticizing the man wanted to be him. So he ain't the stupid one. The stupid ones are the ones who went to him in the past for money, for favors, for help. They're the stupid ones. So yes, some stupid people now are going to put in their head, Muhammad got to him. He's celebrating the Muhammads again. Azruddin paid him, certainly. I wonder how much money he's getting from Azruddin. Yeah, stupid people will think that because of what I say. I'm trying to put common sense in your head to let you understand. Invest your emotions into what's necessary for your life. Instead of hating the billionaire, ask the universe to show you the path to being a billionaire, less the corruption. Because there are billionaires that are honest. There are billionaires that are going by the book. I know a few of them. You don't have to be corrupt to be a billionaire. You don't have to be bad or nasty or criminally oriented to be a billionaire. No. I know a few. Good ones. We go to that. So use your emotions and your time and fix your identity into issues that you can see yourself trying to be. But if you envy wealth, you envy prosperity, you envy those who have amassed what they have amassed because they took risk. If you envy that, find a monastery, wherever you can find one, become a monk, make a contract that you have divorced yourself from the appetite to want to achieve anything. Go live in a monastery and serve your life, giving service to others with no intention of receiving anything. That's your destiny. If you have any hate for materialism, for wealth, for fame, for money, go the opposite direction. If I had, they say the guts, call it guts, right? If I had the guts, or if I was raised in such a way that I would take certain risk, that those risks might, if I'm caught, land me in jail, maybe today I wouldn't have been an academic, I would have been a millionaire. I don't know about billionaire, but millionaire. Because I too had many opportunities to do corrupt business, drugs, whatever. I had opportunities. I refused everyone, all of it. I said, never, never would these hands do anything illegal for money. Never. It will never happen. That was the decision I made as a child. It's a personal decision I made. Hence, I'm not a millionaire. But I could have gone down that path. I choose not to. But I won't envy those who took the risk. They take the risk, they understand the risk comes with consequences. The Mohammeds took the risk, they benefited from the risk. Now they face the consequences of that risk. Now they do. They could spend the rest of their lives in jail, and they would have to, while they're in prison, contemplate if it was worth it. If it was worth it. The father, he has lived most of his life enjoying affluence. So even now, if he ends up in prison for the rest of his life, whatever is left of his life, he wouldn't mind. But then he wouldn't see his grandchildren enjoy what he enjoyed. Ajruddin, well, he will have regrets. Because at this stage of his life, he should be enjoying the consequences for his risk. But instead, he is set to face a long, long prison sentence. Is it worth it? No, it's not. So that's their private, non-political issues with a state. They have to face their issues with that state. As it relates to their political presence and game and role in Guyana, if it was not for that man's money and influence, he would not be where he is. Money and influence. He would not be the opposition leader. You can't be stupid to achieve that. So give the man the credit he deserves. He was smart to con all them people who supported him and voted for him. Brains, you must have to do that. Give him credit for that. I want to talk about something more important right now. First, let me take a sip. The First Lady, being the godmother of the new ship, is none of my business. Even if she's getting money for that, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. All right? Granger's wife, the wife of Granger, was the godmother for the Lisa, the first one. She was the godmother too. She was a ceremonially, same thing the president now wife did, Granger's wife did that too. And she was godmother until Ali became president, and he fired her from being godmother, and he put his wife as godmother. The point is, it's fucking politics. They all do the same shit. All of them do the same bullshit. I don't give a shit. I don't give a damn. Fuck that shit. I don't care. My concern, one, I said the fucking blackout. My second concern is drop the prices in the fucking shops. Let people cause Guyanese so they can cook. Let them be able to afford cooking. You know, drop the prices. And how do you drop the prices? You control the economy. Of course you can drop the prices. That's my concern. I'm not interested in all this nonsense. First lady this, first lady that. Fuck that shit, man. I don't care. Are you eating? Are you being able to pay your rent? Are you satisfied with your job? Can you find employment? That's my concern. Politicians on both sides will always, bear that in your mind, always be corrupt politicians. There are two sides, the left and the right. Two sides. There is no middleman. It's not possible. Azruddin Mohammed is not the middleman. He's either right or left. And let me tell you this, Azruddin Mohammed is, if he doesn't go to prison and he's still in Guyana, Azruddin Mohammed is not on the left. He's not a lefty. He's on the right. Azruddin Mohammed is on the right, not the left. So you find APNU and not win, Azruddin Mohammed will never compromise. They will never get along. They will never have common grounds. It will never happen because Azruddin Mohammed is on the right. APNU is on the left. I'll go a bit deeper into this. Like I said, today's show is for the smart people. I'm going to go deeper into this. When I said I had my issues with the PPP, it was because of the way Ali handled the Barima tragedy. He didn't fire Ejel and Indar. I said a month ago that was my issue. And as a result of all of the shit that came my way, since I took a stand, I wanted to show whoever they were that you can't threaten me. You can't fucking threaten me. Don't even try. Because the more you bring your bullshit at me, the more I'm going to be aggressive towards you. I made my point. So the status quo, the powers that be understand, whether you like what I say or not, I made it clear to you that you can't fuck with me. I made it absolutely clear. You can't fuck with me. I'm not afraid of anyone, no fucking government, no system. I am not afraid of you. So I had to make it clear. I'm of the opinion that I get my point over. I got my point over. Therefore, while the Commission of Inquiry will determine Ejel and Indar's fate, we're not going to hold the future of my program or my plan on that. I need to move on. So I'm moving on. Speaking of the left and the right, the People's Progressive Party, thanks to Chedi Jagan, stands on the right. Stands on the right. What the right represents. What is significance to the right? Growth, prosperity, high risk, infrastructure building, innovation, economic growth, economic discipline. That's significant to being on the right. Being on the left, everything revolves around emotions. If it feels right, I may take a chance, but I need to see all the facts before I take a risk, because I need to calculate this gamble. And what happens as a result of being on the right, on the left, development is slow, growth is slow, taking risk is almost absent, very small infrastructure, the portion is very small. And the national debt struggles to come down because the gross income struggles to increase. I try to put it in all that terms to make it as simple as I can. To put it in layman terms, if I need to compare the PNC's policies or the APNU coalition policies as against the People's Progressive Party's policies historically, forget 2020, 2026, forget the oil period. This is not about oil. If I should consider the periods of the PNC and the PPPC without oil, I can tell you, as a matter of historical fact, evidence, scientific data, the government that has done good for Guyana's economy, for Guyana's GDP, for Guyana's national and foreign debt, for Guyana's domestic growth in terms of business, education, technology. The government that has done well in that is the PPP, is the People's Progressive Party's governments. And it's not limited to who the president is. It's a party, it's a Chedi's policy. It's a party policy. The party's policy determines the direction a country goes. And historically, the PPP has always been the one that added to Guyana's growth and development, as against the PNC under whoever. Growth, development under the PNC was very slow, stagnant. Because why? Their policies are policies that are designed for the left mentality people. It's not about who leads the party or who's the presidential candidate. It's about the entirety of the manifesto of the party. Members who came together and gave their own interpretation of how they see the country going, as against the other side. So whether I like the PPP or not, whether I withdraw my support from not the party, but like I said, my issues were with Ali and these assholes. You understand? I have to tell Guyanese the truth. I'm not managed by emotions. I'm an intelligent person. Emotions don't drive me. And intelligently speaking, the truth of the matter is, whether you like the PPP or not, historically, the numbers show that the PPP's government policies has always stood out for generations, stood out. More investors, more businesses, and it's visible. It's visible to the eyes when you live under the two governments. This is because their ideology, right versus left. Under a leftist ideology, you don't get national development. You get developments in ideologies, philosophies, but it doesn't translate into human development. And this is the problem with the PNC. They're too leaned emotionally. They're governed by the left side of their brain. While the PPP is the right side of the brain, they're more mechanical. The PPP are more mechanical, so to speak. PNC, emotional, PPP, mechanical. In other words, PNC is the woman, PPP is the man. And you know when you put women in charge, you don't get any progress. They would spend the money out, you don't see what shit they do with it. You ain't see nothing. You give them $1 million, it's all done. It's fucking gone. Honey, what did you do with the money? Well, you give a man $1 million, come back in 6 months. He buy the whole scheme. Development. The PPP manages money better. Their investment portfolio is better. They are more disciplined when it comes to debts. They are more disciplined when it comes to paying off debt, as against the PNC. This is a matter of fact. So if I have Guyana's interest at heart, as I claim, as I often said, I can't allow my issues with the president to cause me to be blinded to the point where I would fake things, fabricate things, just to get voters to turn away from supporting the party that historically is better for Guyana. And now that we have this massive inflow of oil, from 2020 to now, I looked at the numbers. While the program was not on yesterday, I thought, let me do some research. I looked at the numbers. I compared budgets, I compared manifesto, I compared programs, I compared a lot of stuff. I have to give it to you, Ali. I'll be the bigger man here. All right? I may have said some shitty stuff about you, and you know me. You understand? But after I saw the numbers yesterday, and I realized that, oh fuck, what am I doing here? I'm being very petty. I'm being fuck, what am I doing here? This man has not done so bad. Matter of fact, from 2020 to now, the direction that the president's policy went, it's in the right direction. Yeah, I looked at the numbers. And when I did my calculation, I realized, oh shit, I should have done this first before I start talking in the past. I should have done my research first. But based on my research, based on the numbers, President Ali, he did manage the budget well. His policies, if it's just his, was kind of better than all them other presidents. Barjagno, I take it back. Ain't you. It's not you. Because I looked at the numbers. I did a lot of deep diving into your government for the years you were there. And this is not about, I said I minus the oil. Because even with the oil income, I subtracted the monies from the oil the government secured from 2020 to 2026. I pulled that out. And just based on the numbers, the basic numbers, Ali did better. So if the country didn't have oil, the growth may not have been as fast as it is now, but it would have been at least 20% better than every other president. That data caused me to slap myself in the face and say, what the fuck? The man didn't do this bad. I mean, what are you doing? So I had to put shame out my face. Take away the ego, lose the tie, to come and say to my fellow Guyanese that you kind of have a good president. Yeah, I'm glad it's him. Because based on the way the APNU, the PNC, and Granger managed the budget 2015-2020, and the surplus, based on all of that, I injected that same system into this current status quo. And if Granger was there 2020, 2026, things would have been worse. Even with the oil, things would have been worse because, like I said, it's about policy. And the Granger's policy is not friendly to investors, is not friendly to infrastructure development. It is more of a conservative policy, religious conservatism, not liberals. The PPP are liberals, free market. And Ali took it a little bit further. So, being constructive with my criticism, I really have, based on my research, my numbers, I really have no grounds to criticize you, Ali. I mean, yeah, you don't want to go and black the beard, okay, whatever. You don't want to wear a suit, whatever. You like to eat, whatever. You say shitty stuff sometimes, whatever. At the end of the day, you are the right man for the job. You came at the right time. You did the right things. You did your homework. You did your research. And your plans were implemented scientifically. It was not just an experimental regime. You know what you're doing. And it is synonymous with the People's Progressive Party's Party Civics plan. Historically, you took it up a little further. And as a result of that, Guyana is great again. Now for my criticisms. I would like to see, while you have made efforts to inject a part of you into raising the Guyanese, the average Guyanese, to a standard where they can be proud, I need to see you do more. All of that was in the right direction. The grants, everything was in the right direction. I understand that the grants was not a political thing. It was not a party propaganda. No, I realized that it was strategic. It was a policy issue. It was an issue that this is a part of the plan, trying to raise Guyana up in terms of the people, the population, while you're raising the country up. That was a good initiative. What I would like to see, and I'll be monitoring that, with the increase in oil income, more initiatives need to be there to add more to the individual Guyanese, not household, individual Guyanese. And I speak in terms of salaries, wages and salaries, benefits, pension, NIS, water bill, light bill. More needs to go towards those areas. And that's what we are critical about. The quality of water must be improved. If Indar is not, you see, Indar is not you, President Ali. If you need to put people there who are engineers, who are actual scientists, engineers, who know how to get the job done, you can't deliver that quality of water to people. You can't. It's a health hazard. The most important issue that is plaguing the Guyanese are the light and the water. You solve that, and what else would we criticize? There wouldn't be anything much. I had to take that position today because, like I said, had it not been for the power outage yesterday, I probably would have continued with the bullshit I was saying before. But I had enough time. I said, you know what, when the power came back on, let me check the numbers. Let me do some research, check the numbers. So I went as far back as the 80s, as far back as the 80s. I checked numbers, budgets, I checked systems, I checked manifestos, I checked all of that. Then I summarized this whole thing, and my conclusion is, to the intelligent thinking Guyanese, my conclusion is, the People's Progressive Party, which is on the right, is better for Guyana. No matter who leads the party stands on a premise of a right philosophy. That's what makes the difference. If Azruddin Mohammed had the opportunity to stick around Guyana, that's the direction he'll be going, to the right. There is no distinction, regardless of what he says with his mouth. You can hardly find a distinction from the Muhammad's lifestyle to the philosophy of the right mentality people. There's hardly a difference. So if somebody like Muhammad is to even get a chance to get into the presidency, he will take the same direction the PPP is taking. There is no other direction, the left or the right. Muhammad will go the right, not the left. So where does that put you? You stand behind an uncertain future with a man who's absolutely going. Well, I'm telling you now that Azruddin Mohammed's policies, you look at their business practices, you look at their entire persona, the things that comes out of their mouth, and when you filter that down, it is PPP's rhetoric. PPP's rhetoric. It's the right mentality. It's like the Republicans in America. The Republicans in America. It's like the Chinese regime. It's like the Russian regime. The point is, any government that supports or goes in that direction of being on the right side of the economy, that's a progressive government. Any country. Any government that is on the left side of the economy, that government is only about ideologies, philosophies, who is gay, who is straight, this gender, that gender, um, religious identity. And in life now, we don't need that. What people need is to be able to go to work, earn a salary, go to their families, spend the night, go to work again. And that is not guaranteed with governments that lean towards the left. President Irfan Ali, under the PPP, is in the right position, pursuing the right direction for the country. What I want to see is that Guyanese in general are raised with the policies. Inject more into the Guyanese individuals, inject more into them. That will translate into household settings. I want to see more for the average Guyanese. Pick a side. I pick the right. I'm not a lefty. I never was. When I said I support Donald Trump, Benjamin Netanyahu was in Israel, is because I stand with the right. I'm not a left guy. It's an ideology thing. Any president that stands on the right gets my support. The PPP as a party is a party of the right. Therefore, they're better for Guyana. They have been historically better for Guyana compared to the PNC, then PNC reform, then APNU. So that's where we stand. I thought I'll get that out so you know where I stand. And also, my positions always change on the basis of evidence, facts, not emotions. I think. I'm a thinker. I use my brain. I don't have to pay for a thought. That's free. So because of the freedom of thinking, conceptualizing, today I'm saying, whether you like members of the PPP or not, collectively as an organization, collectively as a government, on the basis of the premise on which it's founded, the policies that governs it, their approach to governance and country is better for Guyana. At no time can we embrace a leftist ideology like the PNC or the APNU. We can't. Historically, it's not good for the country. And this isn't about black or coolie. This is about policies. Even if an Indo-Guyanese leads the PNC, it would not make a difference. If an Afro-Guyanese leads the PPP, it's the same. Nothing will change because he is there to continue a right ideology, not his own. So that is what you trust. The policies, the manifesto of the party, that is what you trust, not Ali or Jaglio. It's what they represent. Anybody under the banner of the PPP, you can trust them because the party is about what governs it, the constitution, the direction. And like I said again, I'm being repetitive because I want to concrete. I want this point to stick. The People's Progressive Party is a right mechanical party. The APNU is a leftist emotional party. You can't trust that. It's like having a woman leading you. Who wants that? See why I say I don't support women in leadership? Because I'm a right kind of guy, mechanical. So consider PNC APNU as a woman and PPPC as a man. There goes your decision. It's as simple as that. They're the men, they're the women. Who would you choose to rule you? Women? I doubt it. Let's stick to the men. We call them out for their bullshit, expose them when they go wrong, but at the end of the day, they're the best we got. They're the best we got. So, this is where I have to stop for today. We'll continue with our discourse on a subsequent program. Now, all you people who have revealed yourself over the past few weeks, don't comment under my show. All you racist motherfuckers who came out of your shell over the past month or so, don't comment on my fucking show. If I see your comment, I'm going to block you. I don't block people, but you I will block. Don't comment. Don't message me. Don't fucking call me. Don't comment on my show. I hate hypocrites. And I have a photographic memory of all them racist bastards that told me a bunch of nigger shit in my DM. I will never forget you. Neither will I forgive you. Because I've said it from the get-go. My stand is for the people of the country, Guyana. I don't give a fuck about PPP and PNC and Ali and Norton or Ajudin. I don't give a shit. But if I have to stand for the people of my country and what is best for the people of my country, on that premise, I say the PPP as a party, as an organization, is the best for the country. Ain't no fucking Indian thing or black thing. Get that in your fucking skull. Policies, programs, they are a rightist mentality party. On that basis, get that in your skull. Because I'm angered when you shitheads come to me with this racial fucking shit. If I talk nice about the PPP, oh my gosh, we love you. But if I criticize, oh, you black dog, you nigger, I hate that shit. If I talk bad about the PPP, the other side, oh, you wake up, oh, your eyes open, oh, no, none of that shit, man. Enough of that bullshit. Either side, you will have corrupt people to deal with. So we call out those who are corrupt. But collectively, governance, politics, what is good for country. There is two sides in Guyana, the left and the fucking right. The only people that has the plan, program, initiative, and historic policies that benefited Guyana always are the ones on the right. And who are the ones on the right? The PPP. That is scientific fucking data. The PPP are the party on the right. They are better for Guyana. That's it. That's as basic as it fucking gets. That's it. Anyway, share this live. And the decent ones you can comment. The decent ones. The intelligent ones. Remember to buy a book. Amazon.com. And yes, the Zella account is for you to extend support for the Dorgo Foundation. And to show your humanity, you know, it is nice that a lot of you donated to a billionaire for his Marima Tragedy Families Foundation Fund. It's nice that you donated to a billionaire. I'm not a billionaire. So the billionaire can beg. His sister, who's a millionaire, she can beg on social media, literally begging. But you want to insult me, a doctor, professor, an academic. You want to insult me and telling me that I'm begging on social media with my Zella account, trying to sell books, trying to fool, was it the Indian people? You motherfuckers, you sick bastards. You sick bastards. I was planning not to get angry today, so let me not get angry. If you can give to a billionaire who's going to be in prison soon, who's using the Burima tragedy to get money, if you can give to him in 1 month, 20 million plus. And I haven't recorded even 10,000. I haven't recorded that from none of the ones who constantly criticize me. I haven't recorded that. So know where you stand on this plane. The universe rewards common sense. So if you think by donating to a corrupt billionaire who will be in prison, you're going to get blessings, as against buying a book that will make you more intelligent, supporting a platform that actually speaks the truth, or a foundation that actually helps people. If you think your decision is better off supporting a billionaire who's a criminal than what I do, I wouldn't judge you for that. That's your standards of living, that's your mentality. And maybe you're racist, I don't know. But the point is, it's your choice. But don't criticize. Go ahead and donate to the billionaire. You see no reason to support what I do? Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Enjoy the program. Just shut the fuck up. And we're good. Anyway. So long. Share this program. Share the live. I'll see you again next time. Thanks for your attention. And when you see the president, tell him that Dr. Prasad says that he is sorry for the things he said. I'm deleting shit on social media. I want you to see the transformation. As new evidence becomes available, I change my position. But I'm not going to regret what I said yesterday. I'm not regretting what I said yesterday. No, fuck it. I said what I said with all honesty. I said, as new evidence becomes available and the universe inspires me as to what my position needs to be at present, that will be it. So this is why you need to make sure you tune in every day, because you never know what position I'll be in the next day. But today I'm saying, Ali is a good man. Okay, fine, I said it. So what? He did well for the country. Guyana is better under him. Okay, whatever. So what? Fuck it. Just tell him, good job, Mr. President. Tell him that. Encourage the guy. Encourage the guy. Goodbye.